Hey Morphers, it's Katrina from Studio and financial coach to small business owners with today's daily decision. Now, where I live, we've been going through some pretty gnarly winter storms the last couple of days, and it made me think about this idea of disruptions because you can absolutely believe that where I live, we are not equipped for this kind of a weather. So it's been quite disruptive to a normal pattern. When we go to the grocery store, when we take our kids, to practice, or when we go to dinner, all those different things from a family perspective have been impacted because of the weather. But it made me think, what about businesses? How are they handling the disruptions where people aren't coming to their locations, right? People aren't spending money there because they're stuck at home because they're iced in or snowed in or frozen in or whatever, or just don't want to venture out because they don't feel safe and feel comfortable. I certainly fall into that category. But how do we as businesses deal with disruptions that were not caused by us and really weren't even caused by the customer, but are impacting both sides of this transaction? And so one of the things that I thought about was we can communicate with them, right? Potentially through social media, email, hey, thinking about you all. If you're in my area, hope you stay safe, stay warm, just even those minor little touch points of, I realize that you're not coming to me and spending money, but that doesn't mean that I can't continue to form my relationship with my clients, with my customers, even though our lives are being disrupted. And it made me think, even before I started recording this particular video, I have a friend of mine who lives in a different state, and he was a handyman for a number of years before he settled into his current profession now. But one of the things that he did when it was a snowstorm, kind of like what we're experiencing here, is that he would go to his clients, his handyman clients, or the clients that he had when he was a handyman, the people that he fixed stuff for. He would go to their houses and clean off their driveways. Now, he did it for free, but that was his way of acknowledging we are still in a relationship as client and as business owner. So I'm going to serve you still and keep that relationship and clean off your driveway. I think he left a note, maybe, let me know if you have any questions, or wishing you safety or whatever, and left his name. And that was his way of dealing with the disruption, because they weren't calling him, right, for handyman services because they don't need it. They're just trying to make it through the storm like everybody else is. But that was his way of reaching out and being the initiator of the relationship, even through the disruption. And so I encourage you as the business owner, find ways to reach out to your community and reach out to your clientele, even in the midst of disruption. And even if it's not in a state that you live in, but you are aware that some of your big clients live in places that are dealing with disruptions, definitely reach out and let them know that you are thinking about them and wishing them well as they're making it through this challenging season. So that's all I have for you today. I'm Katrina from Studio In. Until we meet, keep working on the change.